Okay, Rock Addicts, this is DJ REM, and I have Nick from the band Throwing Gravity on the line. How are you today, my friend?
Doing great, man. Just waking up, getting my day started with some rock and wellness, man, and looking forward to an awesome day.
Very cool, very cool. First thing I want to do is thank you for sending me the CD signed. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, my pleasure, man.
Yep.
I'm glad you dug it, man.
Yeah, it was when Shauna introduced me to you guys. I was like, I listened to it, and I'm like, huh, these guys are awesome. I went right to your site and bought the album.
Well, we appreciate it, man, because that helps us out 100%. Because that's actually straight from us. There's like instead of iTunes and stuff like that. So we super appreciate it, man, so much.
Right. Well, yeah, because this way you don't have to pay anybody else.
That's exactly right.
So let's start with you introducing yourself and the other members of the band, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Nick James, lead singer, rhythm guitar, and then we got Adam Gooch. He's our lead guitar player, and then Sam Hindmarsh. He's our bass player. He also sings backing vocals, and then we got Eric Weiss on drums. Yeah, all of us are from. Majority of us are from Nashville. We live in Nashville, Tennessee. Eric lives in Florida, but he comes in and out to Nashville, and we do rehearsals and stuff like that. And yeah, so we're basically, our hometown is Nashville, and it's kind of a central area. So it's kind of a good place to be whenever you're kind of getting ready to go on the road. You can pretty much choose north or south, and it's about the same kind of distance.
Right. Nice. Very cool. So how long have you guys all been together as a band?
This group of guys for about the past 6 months. The band has been around since 2008. Originally it was called The Rust, and we went through getting, touring with that name and with a different group of guys. And ended up signing a record deal with Lava Universal, and then we had to change the name. I think there was an 80s band signed under Atlantic that had that name, so we ended up having to change it, come up with a new name. We just, Throwing Gravity stuck, and then I played with those guys for the longest time, and then it was a 5-piece at one point, and then all these new guys came in. Some of the guys that were with us before, they just had some better opportunities. And I just felt like, if there's a better opportunity for somebody, and they feel like to get better themselves, absolutely, go take care of that. So, but we're all still friends. Obviously, my brother played keys before for us, so we're still friends.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I love all the guys that are in the band now. There's a fire behind everybody. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of energy going on right now, and it's a pretty exciting time to be a part of Throwing Gravity. That's kind of the way it feels. And everybody in the band loves the music and enjoys playing it every night on stage. It's just a lot of fun.
Okay, and can you tell everyone what you guys have going on right now as far as like shows and tours and stuff?
Yeah, right now we're actually planning an October and November run. October is it's in the works, so I can't announce any dates yet. We're still working on it. Actually, was working on it this morning, and it's going to be with Blame Shift. We just actually went on tour with them with 12 Stones this past month, and so we decided to do like a run with them. So us and Blame Shift are going to go out for October, and then in November we're planning a tour as well with Royal Bliss.
Nice.
For November. So we're trying to just basically stay out from the 1st of October until right before Christmas. So until the buses won't start because it's so cold out there.
Tell me, I know all about that up here in Michigan, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's pretty much the rest of this plan for this year, and then going into probably start up in January. We're looking to start touring again in February, but I think we're going to try to shoot another music video in January as well. And then, in our downtime that we have, just basically writing a new record, just in the process of just writing it. So we've been doing that last week or week before last. I've been for 3 days. I wrote 4 songs. So we're just kind of, and some of the guys are coming together on all that stuff and writing songs. So we're just throwing them in a pool, and just basically so we can have them, and use our downtime wisely, and then so we can just have a new record in our back pockets to possibly put out sometime around the summer of next year.
Nice. That sounds like a great plan you got going.
Yeah, man. It's always exciting to start writing new songs, too. 'cause, you know, watch them kind of build and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. So, and I have a lot of fun in the studio. I love being in the studio. Not as much as playing live, but I consider myself a studio cat, so I like being in there, kind of, you know, watching. It's just kind of fun, like I said, just to see things kind of just build from, is that a song? And then it just kind of becomes a song. You know, it's just a really cool experience.
Very good, man. So this current album, It's Not the End. How long did it take you guys from the writing process to the recording process to get everything completed?
Super fast. So if we're in a crunch and we ever need to do it, we can do it. That's for sure. Yeah, this record was literally when we went through our fallout and we got released by Universal this past March. Basically, we decided we started prepping for it probably about late April, May. Started recording it in June, and was done by August.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, so we basically, you know, the songs were just cranking out. So me and John King, our producer, we actually took a road trip, I think it was South Carolina, and right on the border of Tennessee, right in that area, and ended up renting a cabin out and stayed there for the weekend, and we were just basically got away from all city life, you know, just there was nothing around, and just cranked out the songs that we cranked out. Best Time, The Inside, and Giving Up on You, just in 2 days. So not a bad trip.
No, that's very cool. That's a very cool process you got going there. I like it.
Oh yeah. It worked. It was because, you know, you get away from all that, basically all civilization, you know, and just you have nothing, you know, no TV, nothing like that. So you have only thing that we had booze. We brought beer and alcohol, but, you know, other than that, you're just, well, what can we do? Let's just write, you know. So it was a fun experience. We're going to try to do that again as well. Next time and get some more guys involved with it too. Just got to make it it's just a fun experience.
Yeah, you got to have the booze. That's inspiration right there, buddy.
You're exactly right. Especially if it's John actually brought up his. He's like a beer connoisseur. Like he makes his own beer and stuff like that. And he brought up he had this carrot cake microbrew beer that he made, and then we got the dogfish up there that he. Do you guys have dogfish? I don't know if you've ever heard that.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
No, it's in Delaware. It's out of Delaware. But, you know, it's one of those smaller companies. Man, they have some great beers. But, yeah, we brought some of their beers up there. It's all high gravity, like 9% and above alcohol. So you don't need too many of them. But, yeah, gourmet beer is more or less. But, right. Yeah, man, it's always fun to do that stuff. That absolutely enhances your ability to write.
That's right. Takes away all your inhibitions, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, so with one of the band members being in Florida, how often are you guys able to practice, or do you not really need to because you guys play so many shows?
Yeah, we don't really need to. Like at that point, if something's new in the set, you know, make it right before we go out here. It'll come up a little earlier, a couple days earlier, and we'll just rehearse some stuff. But yeah, since we play out, you know, a lot and stuff like that, it usually comes pretty quick. You know, it may take that first show, and then, you know, there may be a little roughness to it, but not even from what I've seen, all these guys doesn't even really have that. So, just a lot of us have been doing it for so long. You know, it's kind of like almost become second nature. You know, just to kind of get out there and just bust songs out. So, but yeah, only it doesn't make it difficult at all. You know, I just called Eric this morning. You know, we talk every day. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff we can still do. Thanks to technology from you know, your house and your computer. So
right.
You know, but yeah, that's, you know, just during, like, for rehearsals and stuff, we just pretty much just either just wing it or you know, until we start getting on that groove. You know, like, pretty much it only takes like 2 songs in set till you're really like, oh we're back.
Right, that's cool. And
it's not even a debacle or anything like that. It's just kind of like, you know, just a few little things that, like, I forgot about that. You know, just cool stuff. But yeah, just if something's new in the set, we're trying to add something. Yeah, we'll go over it, like, you know, a couple rehearsals. So.
Okay, man. So what got you into music? What kind of influences did you have growing up that made you want to do something like this?
Man, earlier, well, my first concert that I ever went to, and I was between age 10 and 13, was the band Boston. And that was like my favorite band, like, growing up. Boston's Journey. And so that had some influence on me. Some of those type of rock bands, stuff like that. Journey was probably more on the popular side of it too. But then as I got a little bit older, I'd have to say, I got into Nirvana real heavy, and none of the stuff that we really do is grunge, but I think the formality of like having larger guitars, big drums, has always kind of stuck with me with our sound. Because it's walls of guitars and stuff like that. That's what every time that we come away, even on this record, a lot of the songs, it's just the guitars right in your face. And I love that still. And that's not just because I'm a guitar player. Well, maybe it is. But I don't know. But
it works, man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'd say in the early years, like some of the classic rock bands, and then Nirvana was a huge for me. And then just kind of trickling through the '90s, you kind of you get inspiration, especially the '90s. You got inspiration from all kinds of people. There's so many one-hit wonders at that time, So, and then Bush had some skill to it too. And current writing stuff, I still, whenever I'm listening to stuff, probably one of my favorite bands on the planet, which a lot of people, Foo Fighters, so I'm constant, and that's just a trickle off Nirvana, so in a sense. But yeah, man, that's pretty much where it started with me with writing. I think I had everybody in my side, my dad's side of the family was one point or another some type of musician, whether it was singing, playing the piano, playing the drums. My aunt played the drums, my dad played the drums. I was the only guitar player. Started off playing the drums, but I think when I was 5, there's video of me playing the drums. But then I remember there was an old beat up. It was a Sunburst. It was a POS. That's what it was. But it was a Sunburst guitar, and it was just like laying in my grandparents' house. Well, with my aunt that she just had, it was all janky. It was the worst sounding guitar, but I thought at the time it sounded the most amazing sounding thing that I've ever picked up. So, and I just remember probably being about 10 years old, and I picked that up and just kept playing it. And then my next guitar, I think I got my folks to get me I talked them into getting me an actual guitar at that point.
Right.
I got a Strat, and then the Strat I went up to. You just do it going through the learning curve. As a young kid, and this is probably within 10 years old, 13, and then I went from Strat to an Ibanez tremolo locking system, which since I've worked on guitars plenty of times, I don't ever wish to own one of those Floyd Rose systems again, but they're not fun to mess with. But then I just kind of gradually went up till I found the actual stuff that I really like to play now. My black guitar that I use on stage is a Epiphone Sheridan. I think somebody could offer me all the money in the world. I don't know if I could give that guitar up. I just love that guitar. So it's a hollow body, and she's pretty much my baby. She's my Eleanor. That's what I call her.
Nice. So, have you had to make like any big personal sacrifices in your life to keep doing this and to keep this all rolling along?
Oh yeah, a lot of personal sacrifice. And the one thing is obviously financial stability. That's a tough thing to come by whenever
right.
You're just trying to, especially at first too. You're really trying to get out there, and you can't have a 9-to-5 job, and you can't you can't wake up and do all those things that normal people do. But even when you come back off the road, literally you may be back for a couple of weeks or a month, but really if you go get something that's like a super stable job, you're going to turn around and quit within, it could be a week. So you really don't want to put yourself in that situation in case something, doesn't pan out. You don't want to look bad if you have to fall back on something. So,
right.
Your resume, but so you find session work and stuff like that, and when you're in your downtime or just little jobs and stuff like that. But I can definitely say that your probably biggest thing is personally that was financial stability was the biggest sacrifice. It does. There's multiple things that you have to give up. Family time, all those kind of things. Those all factor into it. Wanting to hang out with your family and be around them. Not much on the football. I don't watch football. I'm not sure I catch all my football. but but yeah, that's it. It can be tough sometimes, but that's what it's about. That's you love doing it. You're trying to, as people say, live the dream. And or your dream. It doesn't necessarily have to be music.
Right.
But yeah, if you love something enough, you'll do whatever it takes to, not necessarily damage anything along the way. You don't want to do that, but you'll do what you need to do to make it work. So, and the sacrifices are, if the end goal tends to work out, then the sacrifices tend to be, make up for themselves.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're happy with what you're doing, it's all worth it then.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
Okay, so where can people go to find out more about Throwing Gravity? What social networking sites, and et cetera, do you guys have that people can go to find out more about you, download your tunes, stuff like that?
Sure. Well, I mean, first off, you can just Google Throwing Gravity, and you'll see a whole list of everything. So, luckily, that's why that was good we picked that name, because nobody had it. So, but other than that, you can go to throwinggravity.net. That's our main website, throwinggravity.net, and then all the socials, Facebook.com/throwinggravity, Twitter.com/throwinggravity, all that stuff that everybody can go to check us out. We on our actual website, throwinggravity.net, we have our spin shop on there. You can go and we have all our merch up on there, so you can, if you want to get a physical copy of the CD, which is the same price as digital copy. So you can get you an actual hard copy. Well, maybe shipping is a little different, but I think $2 extra. But other than that, you can get all our merchandise on there, and then just everybody hit us up on Facebook and stuff like that. We're always on Twitter talking and chatting. So
okay, and I have as you know, I have the physical copy, and I will attest for everyone, buy the physical copy. It's awesome.
Appreciate it. Yeah, no, we appreciate that help. It's a tough struggle. Especially whenever you get on some of these sites, like with iTunes stuff like that. Which I don't know if a lot of people know that, but what you mentioned earlier, that there's fees that you have to, per that 99 cents that is per download. That we don't get 99 cents, stuff like that. So there's a portion of the fee that comes out, for all those kind of songs. But whenever you actually get something like you did, like from our actual store, then that actually helps benefit the band in a larger way than probably most people might think. So.
Right. Yeah. When I find a band I really like, I try to buy their album whenever I can, just because I am a music lover, and
sure.
and I don't have to. I get all the music in my email. Everybody sends it, but it's not the same to me. I like to, when I find a band I really like, I like to try to support. So it's all about. It's a big circle, helping each other.
Absolutely. Well, especially we appreciate it, man. That's because I think I told you, I was like, no, just give it, give him the, give him the song. He's like, no, he wants a signed copy. I was like, okay, I can give him a signed copy. He said, no, he already bought it. I was like, awesome, okay.
Yep.
Thanks. So, yeah, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, man. So, what are you guys' goals for the next couple of years? Where do you guys hope to be with this in, say, 2 years?
Well, honestly, in the next few years, I would love to say that everything is great, and we're on the road still, 10, 11 months out of the year, constantly just doing it, and doing like the Foo Fighters, doing like Dave Matthews does, and all that kind of stuff. Each time you want to try to, each record you basically want, at least in my opinion, I want to elevate what I've done previously. So I'm always going to try to not necessarily outdo, but make it better.
Right.
And I never replace what has been done before. So just continue to grow as a business and as a band, and just continue to make awesome music. That's the bottom line goal. I'd love to say I'd see us on TV in a couple of years, playing some of these, or playing at Wembley, or something like that.
Right.
But that would be a goal. That's definitely a goal. But we know how this business is. It's a little crazy sometimes.
Just a little bit.
You never know.
So I may have already asked you this, but I don't remember if I did. So I'm going to ask again. What studio did you guys use to record this album?
we did this at Page 2 Music Studios, and that was in Nashville. That's what John King.
Yeah. Okay.
We did this record out of. So, and John actually, our music video, John's like over the years because he's been with us, you know, through thick and thin since 2008. He's like my best friend now. So, he even shot our music video for us. So he's a man of multi.
Nice.
You know, he's got it down. So, but yeah, we recorded that whole record in Nashville at Page 2. So he's got a wonderful studio over there. Wonderful studio. So some really good stuff in there. So, and it's pretty cool just to be able to drive down the street, you know, basically for me and just say, hey, what's up? All right, let's back stuff, you know.
Right. Yeah. No doubt, eh?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Absolutely.
So I have to ask you about the cover. I mean, you know, the title, you know, the album's It's Not the End, and you got basically an oxygen tank there with some tubing. I guess what was your guys' thought process and the meaning behind that when you did the cover?
Well, the oxygen tank came from, you know, my brother that was formerly in the band. He does like that's what he does. He goes around the hospital like pharmaceutical rep, and he has a real job. He goes around and for hospitals and stuff. He sells oxygen tanks. But when the concept came up, you know, he brought that up at the time. And, you know, I thought it was only fitting because It's Not the End. Like the title of it kind of went off of all the stuff and it's actually a line in the song "Lost in You," and the last song on our record. And but it was so fitting to all of us at the time because and to me personally, because of all the stuff that we went through going through the label debacle and all that stuff. You know, we got to a point right after that happened where there was like a month or two before we started doing the new record where it was just like, do we really want to continue to do this?
Right.
You know, is this something that, you know, we are literally going to have to start from scratch. Everything that we built up since 2008 until 2011 is just scratched. You know, we're not the first band to go through that, you know, at all. Thousands. So, you know, but there was that period where you're just like, you know, so we all just kind of were like, do we really want to do this again? And that's where we decided to go ahead and do a new record. And, you know, it was only fitting because how we felt during that time, because it was a low period, you know, and you know what, we just, you know, we were just inspired by it. We were just like, it's not the end, you know, it's not over for us. This is not the last that you've seen of us. We're not going to go out that easy. You know, it was kind of like one of those moments. And so that's why it was only fitting for that. And the oxygen tank kind of fit in well with it because it was like, you know, it's breathing new life into it.
Right.
You know, a new breath of fresh air. You know, some O2. Give me some O2. I'm ready to go, coach. You know, it was kind of like that.
Yeah. Well,
so,
yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a pretty fitting title and a cover for, you know, for us in a personal life.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you know, when life knocks you down, you got to get back up and keep going. You can't.
That's right. That's exactly
can't cave in. So I'm glad you guys didn't, because, like I said, I can't say it enough. The album is really good. So.
Well, thanks. Thank you so much. So what's your favorite song? Or do you have one? Is there too many?
Yeah. The thing is you know, I have bands ask me this all the time. Well, what's your favorite song? You know, I like the whole album. I can't pinpoint. I listen to so much music. I honestly couldn't say what my favorite song is.
No, it's all good. I do the same thing whenever you know, we get asked that. I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't, you know, I know which ones that I enjoy playing on live a lot, and I know which ones that some of my favorite songs didn't even make the record. Well, one of my favorite songs that did, which will be on this next one, is called Candlelight, and we just started, we're going to get ready to release that. It's not a single, but just kind of start trickling it out there to get people, you know, fired up on the new record because it's going to make it. But we played it on this last tour with 12 Stones. We played it out, and everybody seemed to really love that song. So I'm super excited about that. And but yeah, nobody's really ever heard that song. That's one of my favorites. So.
Yeah, I mean, the very first thing I did when Shauna, the promotional email she sent out for you guys, you know, I went to the YouTube video and listened to the video, and that was what did it for me.
It solidified it. Well, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Well, cool.
I mean, if the video did that for me, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more people out there when they see the video that they're going to be hooked. So.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, everybody should just check that out. It's John did a fantastic job on that. that was actually shot in it. It was right outside of Atlanta, and this old warehouse that it was in farm country, but it was an old warehouse that probably had been abandoned for, I don't know, maybe 20 years.
Nice.
And there was like literally through the tin, there's like holes in it, and that was actually like real light coming down in there. And there was a lot of asbestos and a lot of stuff we breathed in that probably wasn't good for us, but it looked good. So we were all sneezing like crazy on the way back.
All right.
So, but yeah.
Okay, so if I grabbed your iPod, your MP3 player, however you listen to music, what bands would I find you listening to these days?
Well, Kurt, I've been listening to the Blame Shift a lot, and a lot of 12 Stones. Obviously we just got on the road with those guys. But you're going to find stuff like Tonic, Goo Goo Dolls, Foo Fighters. Most of the time I'm probably listening to a lot of Goo Goo Dolls. I love the Goo Goo Dolls. That was one of my earlier inspirations as well. That's one of that band, Goo Goo Dolls. And then, I have an assortment of really 90s stuff on there. But the majority, because I love the 90s, I feel like that was an era that was, there's so many good bands, but there was so many good songs, and there was a lot of one hits that I think a lot of people have forgotten about.
Right,
so,
agreed.
It's just fun to even sit around with the guys, and just like start playing the acoustic and being like, oh man, I forgot about that song. It just kind of pops up.
Right.
So, what was the name of that band? I don't know, but I know that the song was awesome. So, I would probably say most of the majority of stuff, listen to lately has been the Blame Shift, 12 Stones, and then always got Goo Goo Dolls, always got Tonic in there, and I'm always listening to Foo Fighters. At least once a day, there's a Foo Fighters song on.
Very nice. So, what sets you guys apart from all the other bands out there? What, in your eyes, makes you guys unique? Why should people listen to you and come to your shows?
Well, if the one thing that I like to think that it has is the energy behind all the songs, especially when we're playing live. Because the one thing that has always bugged me, and I said that we'll never do this, is to watch some of these larger bands actually play shows, and they just stand there and play the song.
Yeah.
And then you pay $50 plus to come see these guys, and they're just standing there playing the song. So it's like at that point you're like, well, I could have just stayed home and listened to the record, and so for that, we like to take it to the next level to actually have fun with the crowd and have fun with the fans, and the energy on stage is just it's different. We like to think that you feel entertained rather than just, I'm just listening to the song. So, and although the song sounds, I like to think that they sound exactly like they do on the record, but the energy level and some of the things that we do are a lot different. Like in between stuff, and then I think it's more just an energy factor that's there, that's different. But behind it, you can see the emotion in each song when it's being sung. So, but sound-wise, there's some differences. I think that the type of sound that we have is definitely something that could be like an arena kind of feel to it. A larger, a little bit more epic sound.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes people say, well, maybe that's in the mid 2000s range. Well, if that's what it is, that's what it is. So, but I can't really pinpoint. I don't like to pinpoint what I think you sound like, or anything like that.
Right, definitely.
But what I feel like though that sets us apart from other bands that I've seen, is just our live show, the stuff that we put on, and it's nothing fake about it. It's all 100%. Leave our hearts on the stage every night. Give it everything we got, and I feel like fans relate to that, and they definitely can see that. So, and that's just something that I don't see a lot of bands do nowadays. So.
Yeah, and the one thing I've been asking a lot when I do interviews is, because I'm not in a band, I can't play an instrument yet, though I am planning to learn to play guitar. But
Sure.
but how amazing is it when you're up there doing your show, you know, the crowd singing along to your song. I mean, the energy from the crowd that you feed off of must just be amazing.
Absolutely. That'll just take it. If you're already at 10, that'll take it to, you know, level 20. You know, it just kind of that is a moment. You know, and I'm sure you've seen other, like, if other singers do this. You know, it can become a point where if it's so good, it'll hit you. You know, just right in your chest. You know,
Yep.
you know, it'll overcome you to hear everybody sing your song. It's not only just to, you know, just to hear it. If it's so loud in a place that you can hear the crowd over you, you know, man, it's undescribable, the feeling that you can get from it, you know, or you have. So it's a pretty special moment. It's definitely special to see that happen.
Yeah, cool. My favorite live song to listen to is Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark, when they're in Brazil and the crowd's singing. That song gives me chills when I listen to it.
Yeah, see, now that's the chill factor. There you go.
Yep.
The chill factor. So,
Exactly. So what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you at a show that you're willing to share?
Yeah, there's not a lot. There's a lot of them that I can't share those. But, no, I would probably say, you know, not necessarily crazy, but one of the funnest things, like, at the end of tours and stuff like that, you always do, you know, you get in with the bands and stuff like that. Because when you're out on the road, a lot of times you become family. You know, so this last run with 12 Stones, you know, it was a little bit different. It became more of a higher family. I don't think any of us have ever kind of felt that. And it was a lot of fun, you know. But the last show, usually on every tour, there's always some type of prank night. And, you know, it's a shame we can't do that every night, but that would take the fun out of it, I guess, if we did it. But,
Right.
you know, those guys, you never know what's going to happen. On this last tour we were on, they started playing cornhole behind us, one of our songs. And, you know, while I was on stage, you know, they're on stage with us. And then we ended up, for the 12 Stone guys, dressed up, all the bands, everybody dressed up in drag.
Nice.
And, yeah, I mean, just doing stupid stuff. Sometimes there's silly string and just spraying that stuff everywhere. And it's just kind of crazy. So that's probably some of the craziest moments that I can share.
No, and that's why I threw that in there. I'm like, that you're willing to.
Yeah. Oh, there's definitely been others. So, but we'll keep it PG.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Very cool. Okay, the very most important question that I'm going to ask you today. This is it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who spends the most time in front of a mirror getting ready for a show?
Not me. That will be Gooch. That would be Adam Gooch. And Sam, too. Sam and Adam pretty much spend most time. Yeah, me and Eric, no, really, yeah, I got my black tee on, my chain wallet. I'm ready to go. Same thing for him. So, yeah, it'd definitely be Adam and Sam.
Right.
And their hair and straightening it and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Be interesting to see when they hear this if they agree.
Well, you know, hey, I'll take video of it if that's the case.
That'd be awesome.
So, but yeah, no, it definitely would be them.
Hi.
Unfortunately, I don't have any hair, so I don't have to worry about that. I just shave mine all off. So.
Well, that makes it easy.
That makes it super easy. So.
All right. Anything else you want to tell everyone that's going to listen to this interview? Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you want to make sure people know?
No, I think we got it all covered. You know, just making sure everybody just, you know, if you want to get the digital copies and stuff, just hit us up on iTunes. We're on all the socials, Facebook, Twitter, and then just hit up our throwinggravity.net. We'd love to hear from all our fans and stuff like that, new fans and stuff like that. If you love our songs, you know, we just love to hear from everybody, and we love the communication, being able to talk to fans, and then, you know, saying, hey, we'll see you out there, and we actually, after shows and stuff like that, we'll, you know, talk to everybody. That's probably, besides playing on stage, that is the other moment that's most exciting for us, so engaging with fans. So, but yeah, we did it all. I appreciate it.
Okay, excellent. Well, and I will continue to play your tunes. And one thing I was going to ask, you don't mind if I send some tracks to the other DJs, do you?
No, absolutely not. Go ahead. Feel free.
Okay, I'll send them some tracks so they can play them as well. And I will continue to play you guys on my show. And the one thing I didn't mention when I play bands, I always put in the chat on the website, I always put up the Facebook link to the band, so hopefully that drives a little extra traffic and gets people to check you out more.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mister. Appreciate it.
So the last thing I would like to ask from you is if you could make a couple of radio tags for me.
Yeah, sure.
So the first one, you can say, this is Nick from Throwing Gravity, and you're listening to rockaddictradio.com.
Hey, this is Nick from Throwing Gravity, and you're listening to Rock Addict Radio.
Perfect, man. Okay, one more, and just do the exact same thing, but throw in there that you're listening to DJ REM at Rock Addict Radio.
Hey, this is Nick from Throwing Gravity, and you're listening to DJ REM at Rock Addict Radio.
Okay, cool, man. Totally appreciate it.
All right, no worries, man. Dude, yeah, those things, every time we go into radio stations and stuff, I'm like, no, listen, we got to do it again. That's so crazy, so.
It's all good. All good.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yep, thank you for taking the time. I just want to thank Shauna one last time for hooking us up. And
Sweet.
Yeah, you have a great day, dude.
You do the same, man. Talk to you soon.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Bye.